Okay, I should be live now. Let me just pull up my stream on my phone to make sure. I'm no longer part of Kinetics. That should not be showing up. I need to try and I need to sort out my YouTube quick. Um, I'm just gonna put an image to hold there for a moment. Okay, this does not like 4K. Okay, nothing's frozen. Yeah, that's a good sign. Fuck it. Picture my 1070. Why not? I have to do for now. Just so Kinetics can't, like, copyright strike me. Because I still respect those guys, so I was the one who left them. Alright. I need to, like, I need to try and fix my thumbnail on this because it's from when I was part of a team. Alright, now it's fixed. Alright. It's for some reason that on my phone. I don't know why. Alright. So the CPU I'm starting off with, I don't know if I'm going to be swapping out CPU after a little bit of what I'm working on now. But what I'm working with now is a Xeon on X58. I really like X58 because of the Xeons. The one that I'm using here is the 5675. I am currently third place for air cooled results on hardware bot on Cinebench R15. Um, with this exact CPU running at 4.625 gigahertz. So might be able to break that today. If not, it's fine. I'm more just trying to test this capture card. So at stock, this CPU scores around 750 points, but my record on the CPU is 1072. So that's what we're aiming for. If I can get higher, that would be great, but if I can't, it's not the end of the world, so. I got really nice. It's been ages since I've done a live stream. One thing I'm having at the moment though is this board doesn't like to wake up from sleep mode. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the board's gone dodgy on me or not. Alright, the first sentence I want to do is disable spread spectrum, because especially on X58 that really affects your overclocks, and I'm also going to enable load line calibration. Given that this is, I want to get a Rampage 3 Extreme because one, it's just generally a better board than what I'm currently using, and two, it has more in terms of LLC calibration or LLC settings. On this, I can just enable, but if I remember correctly, on the Rampage 3 Extreme, you can actually set set the LLC manually to different millivolts to help with V-droop. This CPU I have gotten up to 1.5 volts and it's been fine. But for the sake of this, I'm only going to start off with 1.35. QPI voltages, you do not want to go over 1.35. I normally stick around 1.3. See, no, I think QPI is 1.325 or something like that. You don't want to go above on X58. And then for DRAM, you don't want to go over 1.65. You can, that's how you wear out the memory controller, but Big C Xeons are cheap as anything. I'm still going to run a higher voltage because for the scores that I'm looking at, I'm going to need to have I'm going to need higher memory clocks, which this kit of RAM I've gotten up to around 2100 megahertz, somewhere in the neighborhood of that. I have a bunch of other settings that I use saved as well, just to make things a little easier for myself. And more because I'm lazy and I like to refer to it. So set this 1.18 and set this one. So these voltages, like for just a daily overclock, I'd be running 1.84 in here and a 1.16 on here. Because like a stable daily overclock I've used on this CPU before is 4.2, but we're going well in excess of that. So this board I know can do the ratio 25. I like to disable speed step and DRAM frequency. I'm going to start off somewhat lower because as you increase B clock, which is what you do on X58, you don't really do ratio overclocking. You overclock through base clock. As that goes up, both your U clock and QPI speeds will also go up. So normally I start with them. U clock I normally set to around 3 GHz. QPI I set to 4800 mega transfers. But eventually, once we get to around on this board, if I remember, if we get to around 200 base clock, that's when you go slow mode, because then QPI link is just going to be way too much, and I'll have to put way too much voltage in. Okay, 200 is 5 GHz, so I'm looking at around 180. That's 4.5. just because that's red doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I wouldn't run 1.4 as a daily, but this should post. Let me just make sure with DRAM. Yeah, that's fine. I'll also put my timings in. Because I'm not running that high of a clock speed, I can put these around CL8. So if I run Cinebench now, that should help with performance. I'm not going to worry about any sub timings though, because I haven't got my head around that yet. But yeah, if I've got this right, then this should post no problem. If not, I'm probably just about to blow VRM sky high. Yeah, there we go. By the way, as for the cooler I'm using on this, I'm using a Noctua NHD15. So, if you're using this as a daily system, I would not put an NHD15 on. It's kind of stupid to put that on. Because chances are, if you're using this Xeon as your main gaming PC, your main editing PC, you're on a low budget. The Noctua NHD15 is not a low budget. The cooler I originally had on here was a Hyper 212. I'd much more recommend using that over this massive dual heatsink behemoth. Okay, temp should be alright. I shouldn't get too hot. This should, what, 4.5 gigahertz? Yeah. And then just to try and squeeze a little bit more out. If this blue screens now, I probably would have to up the voltage a little bit. But this should be stable. Theoretically. Once I get this stable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chorus as high as I can, and then I'm going to work on memory. Because memory overclocks can ruin stability. And straight away I'm over 1,000 points. That didn't even take me long, so that was what, 5 minutes of just punching in settings. But then I've overclocked the CPU a bunch of times before, so the real question is, will this go through multiple runs? Like, if I can get this through 3 runs, I'm pretty confident in saying that this is a stable overclock. It drops at 1 point, that's fine though. Does the stream look alright? At all? I hope it does. If not, I might have to up the bitrate a little bit. One of the cores have hit 70 degrees. There's one core that's alright. I think I need to lap the CPU because if you look at this core here, core 3, right? That's near enough. Like, these two cores here are in the neighborhood of like 10 degrees cooler than the rest of the cores. So either I mess up on thermal paste, or I need to lap this this IHS, because that's really uneven. But yeah, we've gone through 3 Cinebench runs, and this thing's still fine. I could probably get 4.6 out of this at 1.4 volts if I optimize it properly. But last time I had to put like 1.5 volts for 4.6. It's when I start losing memory. It's when I start losing memory channels. That's when it starts getting fun, because I have to keep resetting memory and then resetting the BIOS. So for B clock, with a ratio of 25, every you times B clock by your ratio, and that's what your clock speed is going to be. So if I put 184, that'll go up to 1. That should be 4.6. Yeah, there we go. But again, what I'm doing right now is concentrating more on the cores, and then I'll move on to doing uclock, DRAM, things like that. I do 25 megahertz at a time increments, but that'll just take stupid long. And at least having the computer blue screen will tell me if I haven't got enough voltage, or like even if Cinebench just outright crashes, I know I don't have enough voltage. If I had LN2, then I'll happily go over 1.5 volts. But I'm not allowed LN2, so I'd love to play with LN2. That'd be fun. Get like a decent Asus Extreme board, put an LN2 pot on there, and see if I can get this thing to above 5 gigahertz. Right, so we posted and we booted into Windows. That's the first good sign. Whether or not it'll pass a test, Cinebench test, is another thing. Because really quickly this can get unstable and just not budge any further. Which is not what we want. Alright. But yeah, the furthest I got this chip is 4.625 gigahertz. Yeah, I can see. So I've... Oh, instant crash. Not enough voltage. See, this is where, like, you start proper tinkering of the settings. I should probably disable Asus Express Gate because I've had instability with that enabled. I like how the capture card picks up the BIOS screen faster than the actual monitor. That's kind of funny. That I don't need to touch is Express Gate. I want to disable. And then I'll want to put a little bit more voltage in. Oh, 1.42. That should be more than enough to... I don't know. It might be enough to get 4.6 stable, but we'll see. One weird thing I've had with this board as well is when overclocking, Q fan control doesn't want to work. So I can't just have the fan posted at like full tilt the entire time, or both of the fans. If I set it to full pelt, it'll only run like 500 RPM, which is not enough at all. And now I'm using the camera you got me for Christmas. Brain fart. Why is Internet Explorer opening? I did not want you. I actually forgot I had internet on this, so I actually plugged the Ethernet cable in because I was having some errors, which are now fixed. That should be okay. Temperatures are still quite low. It helps out my bedroom window wide open though. Alright, let's see if this crashes instantly again. Didn't crash instantly. Haven't had a core lockup either yet. Sometimes with instability, like you'd see a core completely freeze up, and then it'll blue screen. Yeah, no problem. Oh, still not enough voltage. Cinebench crashed again. What a surprise. Oh, and for the reason why I'm using Windows 7 is because it's a lot lighter than Windows 10. And overclocks tend to be more stable in Windows 7, I found. Alright. Yeah, okay, so this is where like voltage. I feel like if I had actual if I had actual LLC control, instead of just being enable, disable, or auto, I could probably get it stable at a lower voltage. But I mean, I got this board for free, so I ain't complaining too much. And it's got like a 16 phase power delivery. Pretty sure it's a true 16 phase as well. Let's just go straight to 1.45. That might. I think that's stable. I can't remember. But either way, like once I hit 4.6 on this chip, it's really hard to get like a single Cinebench run out, let alone multiple. So this is more of like a kamikaze run, if anything. Or a suicide run, I can't remember what it's called. If it boots, cool. If it runs through Cinebench, great. But that's all I'm expecting. I'm not expecting it to get any further than that. Oh shit, I still have my external hard drive in. I should probably disconnect that quick. That's probably not helping, actually. Alright, everything's loaded. Just load that. Load that. Close that. Put this in high priority. I probably shouldn't be clicking anything. Watch it crash at the last second. Never mind. It went through. 1032 points on Cinebench. Sorry about that. Oh, crap. Let's actually save that one. Alright. So yeah, this is basically where now it's like really hard. It's gonna get really hard to get even one run to go through. But we're yet to blue screen, so I don't know. Maybe I'll be lucky. Alrighty. I lost where I was there. I'm so sorry. Okay. 188. 4.7 gigahertz. I doubt this is going to go through. 1.75. No. 1.475. I just nearly blew up my motherboard and CPU. That would have been amusing. Not. Yeah, that should be right. Well, I had a fire in my bedroom if I set it to 1.7. Or just burn out the chip and motherboard. As you know, maybe it would have been fine for like a few seconds. Or as long as I don't actually put any load onto it. Because if I was running LN2, I probably would put 1.7 volts in and be happy. Like, you can say these things were 2 volts, and they should be alright as long as you have the cooling for it. But it'll probably degrade the chip really bloody quick. If 4.7 gigahertz works, I will be incredibly surprised. Another thing is sometimes temperature sensors start not working properly, so I should probably get some proper temperature sensors for this. I'll be surprised if this goes through. Yep, there's a blue screen. Wait for it. Or is the system just locked up? Something's happened. It's not happy. System just completely froze. That's it. Oh god damn. Alright. I didn't plug in front panel power buttons on my test bench. So I just gotta hold down the power button that's on the motherboard. I wish more motherboards had that onboard power buttons and reset buttons. That is so useful. Like the ASRock Z87 Extreme 4 that I use in my daily has power reset and clear CMOS button on board. This P6X58DE has onboard power button and a clear CMOS on the rear I/O. I don't think it. Maybe I could probably go. All right, let's put. Oh no, let's do slow mode first, and then see if that fixes it. If that fixes it, then I probably could get this thing to 4.8. As long as it doesn't require much more voltage. The thing with voltage is you put your voltage up, your heat output goes. It can go quite high. Oh, we got a black screen. There we go. Oh, and that happens as well. With overclocks, it takes quite a while for that screen to go. Do we get a boot though? Yeah, we do. See, I could have been a bit of a prick and put a hard drive on, so you guys would have to watch hard drive loading times. But I decided to format my Ubuntu drive so I could use an SSD for this. I mean, to be fair, I much prefer using SSD anyway. Because hard drive loading times are horrible. I'm hoping I do, to be fair. Maybe I could do LN2 overclocking there. That would be fun. Why do I load up CPU-Z? I need hardware monitor. And then I also need Cinebench R15. I could probably quickly download Cinebench R20 as well, and maybe do a couple of runs on there. But right now I'm concentrating on R15 because it's kind of satisfying pushing 1,000 points. I'm not even going to put this in high priority. I'm just going to try and see if this will go through. If it does, then I'll set it to high priority. Yeah, no, this thing's just crashed. It needs more voltage. Oh, it actually blue screen this time. That's one thing I prefer on Windows 10 is the blue screen. So much easier to get the information you need. Well, that frowny face a few times made me want to put my fist through my monitor. Alrighty. Oh god, even the BIOS is unstable. Oh god. I should probably start going. Let's just go 186. Let's try 4650. Oh my god. Yeah, it's to the point where the BIOS is unstable, so this board is not happy with me at the moment. I'm still debating whether I should do the i7-920 as well. Because there was two different revisions of the 920. There was, if I remember correctly, is a D0 and G0. The one that I have is the worst one for overclocking and takes up a hell of a lot more power. So it's actually a challenge to get it to 4 gigahertz and above. Even the Noctua NHD15 would probably struggle getting that thing to 4 gigahertz. And the fact that people used to run stock coolers on that, even the X58 stock coolers they're some of the best stock coolers you could get from Intel. Even they struggled, and they had a copper slug in the middle as well. Windows has recovered from an unexpected shutdown. Yeah, no shit. Oh. Windows isn't happy either. Oh boy. I don't want to say anything, because if I say anything, then it's gonna crash. It's probably gonna crash now. I said something though. Holy crap! It actually went past. I haven't got it to like this high. This is higher than what it was last time. Maybe I can break my record. Maybe. Would be kind of cool if I could. Maybe I can get 4.7 gigahertz. That should get me a decent boost. Maybe I could get like 1080. Maybe even break 1100. Nah, that's wishful thinking. 1100s, I probably would have to do water cooling to get that chilled water to do that. Because like the VRMs are fine. But I feel like CPU cooling is going to be what I will struggle with. I can't wait for winter, because my plan is I stay home one day from the yard, and I'm going to take this test bench down with a Xeon, have the conservatory door open, and then do a stream overclocking and with winter air going across it. I could probably get an even better overclock with that. And like I would probably be happy to get 1.55 volts. Because these VRMs should take it just fine. But I might also degrade the core. But I mean, I can get another 5675 for 15 quid, so. I also want to get like a 5650 to overclock. Because, like, whilst they're not necessarily as good as a 5675, it's still another CPU to fuck about with, so. I'm not even gonna open hardware monitor, I'm just gonna let it run with nothing else. Oh, that crashed. I might be able to push 4.7 gigahertz. Maybe 4.8. I'm gonna need to put the voltage above 1.5 volts for that. Wait, what? Ayo, what? Okay. Excuse you? I thought that crashed. I won't lie. Well then, that's interesting. Everything just locked up and it suddenly went through. But then it could also be the graphics card not looking the capture card. I don't know. Nah, I doubt that, actually. The weird things you see overclocking is great. I've had it so overclocking disabled my keyboard once. That was fun. Couldn't get into the BIOS, had to reset it. My record is 1072, 4.625 gigahertz. That was at 1.5 volts. I'm running a lower voltage now, so my record in terms of overclocking though is a 5.3 gigahertz overclock on the 8700K. I might see if like one of my friends would lend me their motherboard, CPU, and RAM, maybe one with like a higher end i7 or something. Or next year I'm planning to get some more boards in. Looking at doing some X79 overclocking, X99, Z270, and some other chipsets. Oh, it's booting. Once I like configure memory, this is gonna break my record, I think. I'm confident this will break my record. Oh, apparently the AMD driver stopped. Oh, could that have been what froze the computer? The AMD driver just deciding to bug out for a second. Because like, the card I currently have on this test bench is the R9270X. Oh, a core froze. It's about to blue screen. And there's a crash. That normally means not enough voltage. I think if I push 1.5 volts, I could get 4.7. Which will be good because that means more points. That's literally the only point of me doing this. Like, me overclocking on this is just to see that point go up. Even 1 point is like, that's a win. Okay, this thing is just not. No signal screen. Yay. Another thing I could do is disable hyperthreading and then maybe see how high overclock speed I can get without hyperthreading. I think that'll be. I haven't done that yet on this chip. Maybe that's the next thing we do. I wonder if this will post. Oh no, it should post. It's still posting. I'm just bumping more voltage into it. I wonder if this is stable enough to run a single test. That's a real question. Kind of reminds me of how CRTs work, where the laser goes down. I remember playing Halo 3 on the CRT. That was good childhood. On the white Xbox 360. And now Halo 3 is on PC. Has been for a little while now. Alrighty. No, do not open that because that's probably gonna... Like, it's to the point where I'm just gonna run Cinebench and only Cinebench. Let's run it without putting it as a high priority. That might be what's causing instability. I thought that core frozen. Oh, 2 cores are frozen. 3 cores. That's the blue screen. CRTs have gone up in price because people like collecting them. Which is understandable because, like, CRTs are cool. Like, you get a decent NEC one, I think it is. It's like, you can do, what was it, 1280 by 1440 at 100 hertz. And it's insane. Hell, like, sometimes you can get lucky to have someone just throwing them out that don't know what their worth is. I've been kind of tempted to look on Free Cycle for a CRT. But it's like, yeah, can I be bothered to, like, store something that big? I'm already limited for space as it is because of the amount of computer hardware I have. What was it? It was NEC, ViewSonic, and Samsung that were, like, the ones to go for, wasn't it? I can't remember. Absolutely, yeah. The colors on CRTs were incredible. Like, that's one thing I miss. I love my BenQ. Like, my BenQ 144 I currently use for gaming. Great monitor. But the colors, honestly, like, it's only now with OLED we're really getting somewhat close to the colors of what CRTs were like. And, like, I'm only 19 and even I remember how good colors were on a CRT. But to be fair, like, it was only around 2003 when where LCDs started becoming commonplace. Or was it a bit later, like 2006-ish? That should be right. It was around that era that LCDs started becoming commonplace. The thing is, like, LCDs have always been inferior. Like, it's only been in the past 10, 15 years-ish. Like, LCDs have started coming up to the refresh rate. And even then, we've still had, like, terrible colors. Like, you have a TN panel, you want to do color work on it, forget about it. I use a TN panel now. And, like, it's great for gaming, but for color work, it's, like, it's horrible. Even IPS doesn't really stand up against CRT. Though IPS does look good. My S10 was IPS. Oh, yeah. It's much less susceptible to interference. It's more reliable, digital tends to have a lot of no-nos. It's like analog cameras sometimes look a lot nicer than digital cameras as well. It depends though. Because like those red 8K digital cameras, I think they're digital. Are they digital or are they analog? I can't remember. But the ones that Linus uses, they look really good. Yeah. For photography is analog, but for videography, like you probably are better off getting digital because of the high resolutions. Well, not even the high resolutions though. It's more digital cameras for videography. I find they look a lot more sharper, if that makes sense. Also, everything's just locked up. Oh, I kind of wish I wired up the power button. I don't think I'm going to get 4.7 gigahertz. Maybe if I go 1.51 volts, I could maybe guess away with it, but... Well, as long as I don't go 1.55, I should be okay. Do I put a bit more voltage in? Yeah, it should be fine. Should be alright. If this doesn't go past now, I'll just go back to 4.675 at 1.5 volts, and then I'll just tune memory, tune U-clock. But if this passes now, then I'll just tune everything. There's actually one CPU I want to muck around with, but I can't because when I got it, the motherboard it was in, it cratered. The VRM cratered the PCB. Like, that thing was gonzo. And I really hope the CPU works because it's cool. It would be even cooler if I could find it. Found it. Do you remember what kind of CPU this is? Like, can you guess what CPU this is? Oh, yeah, could you actually? Yeah, doesn't sound like a bad idea, actually. Yep, it's a Pentium 2. I'm pretty sure this is a 400 megahertz as well. Pentium with MM2 technology. But the motherboard had the VRMs created the board, so I don't know if this thing works or not. This thing could be fried. Yep. I'll kind of keep it around as like a decoration piece at the moment, but eventually I do want to muck around with it. And this thing isn't restarting. Okay, I'm just going to fuck about with the memory now. And there was like the Pentium Pro as well, weren't there? That you could have like, what was it, 2 or maybe up to 4 of them in a single board, and that's how you would have your quad-core processor. Okay, so I'm gonna go 187. Let's go 1.5. Clock on here, I think, is fine on 3.5. Yeah. Now it's just like tinkering. Because I know 4.675 is fine. And I don't even need 1.5 volts, but I'm going to do it just to try and add that little bit of extra stability. Did the thing just boot loop? Or is it just not posting? Alright, timings aren't right. Thing ain't posting, so I think this needs CL999 instead of just CL899. Is that, or just go 10, 11, 11, 31, and then tighten the timings from there? F1 to run setup. If we put this to 2 ticks, that should help with RAM overclocking. I might try and get 2200 megahertz out, but I don't think this kit would like that. Oh, we got a post. Start Windows normally. Have a blue screen yet? Touch wood. Alright, again, I'm just going to open Cinebench and Cinebench only. Because ideally, I want it to keep stable. $10.56. Ooh. Alright, let's change this to high priority. And then run it again. I doubt this is going to go through again. Actually, I should have probably restarted the machine first, but sod it. Let's try it. I don't think it's going to go through this time. But then... oh, shit. Well, I'll be damned. It did. By the way, the lower scores is probably because of the timings. So if I start lowering them down, I could probably get away with 10, 10, 10. Or I might get away with 9, 10, 10. And then maybe 27. Alright. Let's try a bit higher. Normally you'd only change one setting at a time, but I'm stupid, so... let's try 2200 megahertz on the RAM. By the way, the RAM is a 3x2 gigabyte kit of Corsair Dominator DDR3. Like classic Corsair Dominator. Looks kind of cool. Overclocks really well as well. Probably won't do 2200 megahertz though. Yeah, I think it's about to... I don't think this is posting. The Memo K LED is just staying on, which it's not supposed to. I kind of wish I could get higher than CL11. Because I feel like maybe if I go to CL12 or CL13, I could get 2200 megahertz. I could test that on my daily system at some point, but... I mean, my daily system is one currently streaming off of, so... oh shit, my overclocking failed. I don't think this is gonna post either. God damn it. Yeah, no, it's not posting. Yep. Oh, no. Hold on, what? Or is it gonna give me the overclock failed? Yeah, overclocking failed. 1.65. You're not supposed to go 1.65. But I'm gonna do it, just see if it posts. If not, I'm just gonna put it right back to 1.64. X58 doesn't like 1.65 volts in its memory controller. Like CPUs don't. Like if you run it for a long amount of time, you can degrade your memory controller really quick. Alright, man. actually need to go to the toilet as well. I need a drink. Alrighty, so looks like some sucker 1800 megahertz. Okay, that's annoying. Not the end of the world. 1.65. Oh no, 1.64. But I will try and it's good having you here, man. Let's tighten these timings a bit. 27. There we go. Why should I not post again? Oh, I posted. It's good. This is very good. Alright, Cinebench. Hi. Run. Oh, core froze. No. It's tragic. Very tragic. Oh, I also need to go to the toilet. So, I will be back. I will quickly put this into the BIOS. So you're not looking at emptiness. Alright, I shall return. Alright, I've returned, as you can see. Now try to figure out why that crashed. Cause that's kind of annoying that it crashed. Try and tighten the timers again though. Oh. The BIOS is not happy at all. It does not like me. Okay. We booted. Alright. We got post. We gotta load that up. And we gotta close it. And we gotta go like that. And we gotta go like that. Change priority. Let's run the test. Let's see if it works. It crashed again. That's a shame. That's a big shame. Wait, no, it didn't. It's close. So close. I might need to increase QPI. It did that thing again where it just skips. That's so confusing when it does that. Alright, let's just start the new clock. I wonder if I can get QPI up as well. If I can get QPI up at the same time, that might give us a little bit more performance. It's in the bench 15. Alright, has this crashed or has it just done that freeze thing again? It did that freeze thing again. And again? Oh, I'm 1 point under. Oh, why? 1 point under, are you kidding me? Ah. Even if I pass it by 1 point, I'll be happy. Alright. This is getting interesting. It's getting real interesting. Come on, I need all the performance I can get. I want to pass my previous score. Pardon me. Alright. On. Just give me like a couple points extra. Ooh. Didn't like that. I wonder if that's U-clock. If it's U-clock speed, then I can't remember what voltage changed for that. I'll have to look that up. Well, the BIOS isn't unstable. That's a good sign. By the way, the FATA must be twice as much for as the RAM clock speed is not actually true. It can be a little bit under. But I could set it all the way down to 2 GHz, or just butcher the performance. That went surprisingly quick. Holy shit. Alright, let's see if it blue screens the computer straight away again. There's U-clock, okay. Please just do that freeze thing. I know I crash. 176! Yes! I broke my record. Let's fucking go. Although I think I heard footsteps. Alright. This is fucking great. I did it. Yes! I know I opened this twice because I also need to get memory. $4.7 gigahertz. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Fucker. Fucker. There we go. Oh, yes, I broke my record. It's even by much. I'm just glad I finally did it. That's fucking great. Oh, that feels good. That feels real good. Alright, hold on. I've got to plug in my external hard drive quick so I can copy things over. I need to copy that image over to my external drive in case I corrupt Windows. There we go. Let's go. Would you like to save your benchmark score? Yes, I absolutely fucking would. It's great. It's fucking amazing. Let's see if I can push 1080. Alrighty. Let's do 1.325 for that so I could try and get you clock up. And then maybe see if I can get 2200 megahertz to post. Because if I can, that means I don't have timings for that. This ain't posting. This ain't gonna post. If it does, I'll be very surprised. No. No. Didn't post. Feels bad, man. Alrighty, overclocking failed. Yes, I know. Let's just set all this to CL10. Actually, no, let's do CL11 just to be sure. Let's set this to 2N. If that works, then that will be good, because that means I will have a little bit more performance. It no work. It definitely doesn't work. Fuck. Well, that's annoying. Alright. Alright. Let's see what that posts. Because if I can tighten the timings, then that would give me a little bit more performance. Yeah, I don't think that's posting either. Yeah, definitely not posting. Ha! Yeah. It's gone on for an hour and a half and seems to be going pretty decently. In terms of the capture card. Alrighty. If I go like that, that should post now. Just didn't like CL9. Oh, CL8 rather. Yeah, there we go, posts. This thing's probably running like 80 degrees. Like, under load, this thing's probably hitting 80 easily. So I will have hardware monitor open on this one. Just in case. If it's hitting temperatures I'm not a fan of, then I'll probably just stop for the night. Set priority, high, change priority, run. Oh no, all the temperatures don't work. Or it's just the software that crashed, or not working. Is it just on that skip thing, or is it just straight up just crashed? Because I can't tell. I think it's just crashed. Yeah. All right. Oh, restart the machine. This does not like any load at all on it. Well, it doesn't like having multiple things open now. So I'm going to just basically have to hope that my CPU isn't burning itself. Unless QFan wants to work this time. Last time it didn't. There's hardware monitor. QFan's in there. QFan enable standard turbo. This is going to be loud if it works. Or not. It still doesn't work properly. Or does it? Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's not good. What temperature is CPU at now? 40C. It's not too bad. What happens if I put ignored on there, actually? Um, there we go. I think it's already running maxed anyway. Ah, that sucks. Could be because I have two fans connected though. That might be why QFan isn't working properly. Because of course two fans require a bit more voltage. And this is all PWM, so I don't know if maybe UEFI biases will handle it better or not, but well, it probably does. Change priority. Fire U-clock, this might get us. Oh, no, it crashes. Essentially. Or is it frozen? Maybe. Let's have a look. Save it for a few seconds. A few seconds more. Please. It doesn't let the extra U-clock, does it? Ah, you bitch. Work. Yeah, this crashed. have a look. Let's try 1.9 on here. Let's try 1.35, 3 on here. If this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna call it a night because I don't particularly want to go anymore. Ooh. I'm getting tired. I might generally just come off for a bit after this. Well, let's say come off for a bit. Come off after this. So priority change. More of a bump to everything should be alright. Or it just crashes. I think it crashed. Oh, never mind. 1089? Holy fuck. Holy shit. Okay. That is a massive bump. Okay, dokie. That is a massive bump. I am impressed. Oh my god. Definitely broken my record. Definitely. Oh, this is fucking amazing. Yes. Dread to think how much. I dread to think how hot this is running. Probably running very hot, but. Holy shit. I can't believe I managed to do this. Righty. Come on. Load up. Give me more points of cinnamon. I'm kind of addicted to this. It's fun. I feel like with some if I can get my memory to like 2000 megahertz, I could probably get 1100 on air, which is kind of silly. That's like stupid good. Oh, booting into Windows, that's a good sign. Oh. Windows crashed. Straight away. I unplugged my hard drive and Windows crashed. That's fun. I think this booted. It crashed. Fuck. Okay, maybe that high U clock isn't stable at all. I could try a bit more on the V core. Or not V core. Try a bit higher clock speed than the CPU. Oh, he nearly knocks my G Pro super light flying. Come on. Okay, so we go back that another bit. And then we try 189. Or do I just fuck it or full send it? 4.8 gigahertz. This I will probably have to put my timings up a little bit. If this posts, that's good. That'll be very good. And if it goes through Cinebench at least once, that'll be even better. It posts. Start Windows normally. Please don't be corrupt. If it's corrupt, then I cannot be bothered to reinstall it. Alright, we booted into Windows. We're at the desktop. We managed to open an application without Windows shitting a brick. Now it's set high. Change priority. And instant crash. God fucking damn it. I didn't press the power button again. Whoops. My bad. X58, let's go. .53 volts. Bit more volts. Maybe you can pass in the bench once. That's all I need to like get the score higher. And given that the RAM is around 2000 megahertz, that is going to help considerably. Because RAM seems to help a lot in Cinebench. Ooh, nearly didn't boot. Come on, Windows. Just give me a little bit of stability just to do this. Just go through once, please. This will actually be my last one. If I'm gonna try a little bit to get this stable enough to run once, and I'm going to bed. I think we had another crash. God fucking damn it. Yeah, definitely had another crash. There is a chance that it's just running too hot, but I can't tell because hardware monitor doesn't want to work properly. So I'm just assuming that it's working fine. I'm not burning up my CPU. Just quickly check hardware monitor. Because 1.5 volts is a fair bit of voltage. Oof. That's, yeah. It's probably getting into the like 90s. Wouldn't surprise me. Like the Noctua doesn't feel hot to touch, but fuck it, 1.54. Maybe, just maybe this will work fine. Just maybe. Just a little bit more. Just to get just to get this thing to pass in the bench once. Start Windows normally. It booted. Will it run Cinebench? Probably not, no my luck. Change priority. Run. Straight away. Could it? I wonder. What happens if we just go dial that back a little bit? Maybe it's uClock that's causing us the instability. Because if it is, then maybe I could push way higher 4.8. I might even get 5 gigahertz. Nah, 5 gigahertz wishful thinking on a Noctua. On a Nocturne HD 15, 5 GHz is wishful thinking. My capture card is not happy now. Oh, for fuck's sake. Windows is just loading. I might have to sort my capture card out. The fuck? Oh, there we go. It's fine. Fix itself. Alright, now. Moment of truth. Alright. Will this pass? I doubt it. I don't really want to go any more higher on voltage. Oh, straight away it crashed. Oh, no. Why? That was instant. Like, as soon as I press run, that was just straight away like, no, thank you, buddy. I might have to put this on slow mode now, actually. That might be it. Put QPR on slow mode, maybe we'll get away with it. Back to the slow thing. Oh boy. Okay, Windows still booting. Come on, 4.8 gigahertz. Come on. Give me that 4.8. Cinebench 15. High priority. Change. There we go. And instant crash. Yep. I think it's slow mode, guys. Because that's a blue screen. I'll have to restart this, or... Yeah, I'm gonna have to manually restart this. Fuck you. Fuck you, computer. Let's show 1.55 volts. If it doesn't work then I'm just gonna... I've been saying that for like 10 minutes now. That I'm gonna go to bed, but this is too much fun. Oh yeah, the BIOS is... It's not happy. 1.55. There we go. I am not gone past that now. That is going to be my hard limit. CPU configuration. That might not be helping. C1E support. That... I should have disabled that. this is like, this is probably generally going to be my last attempt. I'll try 4.8 gigahertz another time if this doesn't work. Maybe once I get some better cooling. Or figure out ways to better cool this. Or even during winter. Or if we have a really cold day and I'm home alone. I'll just take this downstairs on my capture PC. Or my daily PC. And keep the door open. That should help with like higher voltages. Maybe I get like 1.56 or something. See, if I could have my computer in like the corner that's over there, or like next to the window, I could probably overclock even better. Alright, cancel. Cinebench 15. Didn't crash instantly. Core froze though, so it's about to crash. And again, that's a sign of not enough voltage. I don't think I'm willing to put any more voltage in. The existing is already going to be running hot as fuck. Nah, I'll keep that on slow mode actually. That's probably going to be my best bet. As you know, my QPI voltages are up a bit, so I should be fine with that. Almost. Only needs a little bit more. Load. I feel like Windows is also probably going to start breaking down soon. Because memory overclocking tends to do that to Windows. Cinebench, set priority, high. Straight away crashed. Oh, fuck it. Let's just not set it to high priority, let's just run it as it is. Yeah, it crashes. Alright. I'm gonna leave that where it is now because I'm tired as fuck. I want to get some sleep. So, if you're watching this as a video, you're crazy. This is 2 hours of me just rambling about overclocking and CRT monitors and shit. But I do very much appreciate it. And I'm glad we got the fucking I'm glad we broke my record. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll get this to 4.8 gigahertz whether it kills me. So see you guys again soon. Goodbye.